welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's Pluto of Pluto's Muse here. This is going to be another timeless pick a card reading titled A Message from Your Ancestors. All right, this reading was inspired by the most recent U.S. holiday of Thanksgiving. For those of you that have been on my channel long enough, you know that I'm somebody that is actively connecting to my ancestors. Very much so dedicated to changing the trajectory of my bloodline. So this reading should resonate with everyone that watches. Hopefully, I'm putting that in the air right now. I'm putting it out there. Hopefully this reading resonates with everybody that watches. There are 3 options on the screen to choose from, so you can choose either image on the screen. If you enjoy this reading, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading for further guidance. Yep, but that's all that I have. Hopefully you enjoy these messages. Take what resonate and leave the rest. It may not resonate completely, and that's completely fine. Oh, also, Mercury retrograde is going on. Please be kind to me. Channel songs are down below, and that's all that I have. See you in your pile. Hi, pile 1. You're the pile that chose image 1. All right. I actually can't remember what I made the images. I already made them, but I didn't remember what I put in the spot of the images. Anyway, I'm struggling. Please forgive me too if Mercury retrograde messes with my speech, or if there's any weird jump cuts. Even me hitting the stand right then and there. There's some things that have just been going on in these readings that I'm trying to control, and I can't, and I feel like I just gotta go with the flow. And I feel like this is relevant to your reading as well. For a lot of you that chose this pile, your ancestors are wanting you to lighten up. All right. Before we actually get into what they're saying though, let's name some of the numbers or signs that may be relevant for you. Somebody in here could be 28 years old. Somebody could be 25. Somebody could be born or 40, I'm sorry, or 51. Somebody could be born on the 28th, born on the 25th, born on the 4th, born on the 6th. Somebody could also be a June, Cancer, or Gemini, or just Cancer or Gemini. Somebody could be a Libra or Scorpio, or you're dealing with these signs. Some of you could be Cancers or Leos, or you're dealing with these signs. Heavy Leo in this pile, and or a Taurus and an Aries. All right. Also in the tarot, we got heavy Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's a little bit of air out here, but not much air, okay? But I'm going to name the most prominent signs that I'm seeing. Now, before we actually get into your pile and everything that I'm seeing, I wanted to read off the message from this Divination of the Ancients Oracle, because I feel like it's really relevant to your pile. So when it comes to this image, we have the pendulum. Somebody in here, you could have a pendulum. Some of you may be getting encouraged to buy one. Maybe you've thought about buying one in the past, something like that. But, you know, normally pendulums are used as a divination tool when it comes to finding answers from your guides, but not like tarot or any of the oracles and things like that. More so based off of the movement of the actual pendulum. All right. The direction of it. Okay, so there's something significant here about the direction that you're headed and the decisions behind that. So the message in this book says, it says pendulum. Somebody could be born in 1986 or 1987, by the way. It says pendulum. There are many paths before you. Some that promise to fulfill your desires, and some that others in your life would bid you to take to fulfill theirs. It is important for you to decide exactly where you want to go and whom you want to be in this lifetime, for you and not for anybody else. The universe is giving you the choice. Ask yourself, which path will lead to wholeness? Which path deceives? Choose carefully, for the answers are not being presented clearly to you at this time. You would be wise to call upon the pendulum to assist you with your decision, for it will surely show you the truthful way. Do not take this lightly, as the wrong path could detour you from your destiny. The incantation of this card says, to the question asked, what answers will show? Circle or swing, I do not know. But answer true, it will foretell. And that way I shoot Two shall swing as well. Excuse me. Other divinatory meanings of this card, it says, seek your answers from within rather than from another. Trust your own wise counsel. Be more discerning. Don't take others' advice at face value. Release guilt and focus on what's best for you. A major decision will soon need to be made. Now, mind you, this card is telling you to take the advice and things that are given to you at face value. So even when it comes down to the message that I'm giving you, and honestly, any message you receive from a reader, regardless of how accurate it is or how aligned it is with what's currently going on in your life, at the end of the day, the decision that is being made needs to be made between you, yourself, and the divine, God, your ancestors. This is your path. This is your life. So even if it isn't a reader that's giving you direction, some of you have family members around you. Some of you have coworkers, friends, things like that. People that you may view as having some level of authority over you that are giving you some sort of insight on where you're headed, or maybe they'll try to do this in the future. But I'm getting a real strong vibe here that your guides are saying, like, before you make any decisions, whether life feels very stuck or stagnant at this time or anything like that, before you decide to just rush into a new path or go to someone else to give you some sort of insight, hold off, wait. Be patient. You could be in a season of feeling like a real lone wolf. You could even be seeing a lot of wolf imagery. I'm seeing a wolf on one of these cards out here. But yeah, I'm getting a vibe here where like some of you could be in a space of focusing more on yourself or taking the lead in your life, or just being more aware of where you want to go, or what you should do. And if not, I'm getting that this is what's being encouraged by your guides. All right. Because I do feel like right now you could be leaving some sort of tough cycle behind. You're completing a major lesson, and you're moving into a new one. Okay, lessons never stop. So I'm getting the vibe where there is another lesson that's coming up for you, but this may not be a negative one. This may be one where you're being tested in regards to how much you've already healed, right? So if you've done the work to heal already and you feel like you're prepared for something new, there is a new cycle ahead of you. But what did you learn from the last is what your guides are trying to ask you. For some of you, this definitely has to do with your career. All right. I feel like a lot of you in this pile are very talented. You may have talents that you want to share with the world. You may have gifts that you haven't fully explored just yet. But for those of you that are already exploring your gifts, if you're not sharing them with the world, your guides are like, put your pride aside and share those gifts. I don't know if some of you are concerned about how people are viewing you, or are worried about not being successful at a certain age, or even worried about age. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm too old to start this project, or this isn't a serious enough job for someone at this age, or whatever it is. But I'm getting the vibe here that you are the creator of your destiny, right? So your spirit team are trying to encourage you to take full control over what you choose to manifest. And when you focus on the negative, a lot of times you will manifest the fears and the limits that other people have set for you. This may not even be your own fears. This may not be your own beliefs, you know? That's why I'm saying that whole thing about listening to the readings. Sometimes readers, depending on who you're listening to, if they're not in the best space mentally or emotionally themselves, if they're not doing the work to heal themselves, right? If they're constantly around people or distracting themselves with different things, whatever it is, they don't always have the time to process. And I prioritize, as a reader myself and just as a human being, I prioritize a lot of me time. All right. A lot of time where I'm reflecting, a lot of time when I'm journaling, and processing what it is that I'm experiencing, which helps with being more self-aware. I feel like some of you, if you don't feel as self-aware, if you don't feel like you don't fully understand your emotions sometimes, or wherever it is you're supposed to be going, or what you should do next, and because of this, you tend to seek other people's guidance or whatever it is, I'm getting the vibe that spending more time alone. Oh, my throat got dry. I feel like some of you, people don't want you to be alone. Okay. There's people in your life that don't want you to be alone. I don't know if this is like ex-partner. Some of y'all could have an ex-partner or a current partner that may, because I'm getting some of you could be leaving a relationship. Not all of you. Some of you are leaving relationships behind. Some of you are leaving old commitments behind to move into relationships. Some of you are trying to leave old jobs behind, right? You may be a star player at your job, and now you're wanting to spend some time on your own, and the people at your job are really hassling you when it comes to needing your assistance or needing your guidance or needing your expertise. Even if you work for yourself, some of you, even if you work for yourself, you could be in a space where a lot of people need you in whatever position you're in. They want whatever it is that you give. But I feel like your spirit team are encouraging you to spend some time alone, because a lot of you are not in the happiest of headspaces. Okay. In fact, some of you are ignoring your feelings. Okay. Some of you could have feelings for someone, or feelings around like a path that you want to take. Okay. A project you want to pursue. There's feelings here that aren't being addressed. And I feel like the only way that you're going to be able to properly address them is by spending some time investing in yourself. And this is what your spirit team is encouraging, because something that you guys don't realize is that there's a lot of people around you that are currently operating out of a space of ego. And you may be able to recognize that. Somebody in here, you could be very intuitive, very self-aware. Even with me saying the whole thing about building on your self-awareness, I'm not saying that you aren't Power One, but I am getting a vibe here where in recent times, you may have allowed your family or friends or perceived family, perceived friends to influence your movement forwards or your path in a way that may not be as beneficial to you. For some of you, it's not even about the people that are around you. It's society. Society has made you believe that you're supposed to be on a certain path. And unfortunately, if this is not a path that you fully feel aligned with, it is causing some level of sadness, fear even. Some of you are afraid of taking a risk on something, or again, on someone. Because for somebody in here, like I said, I'm getting like some of this is, majority of this is work related, but I am getting for somebody in here, this is love related as well. Some of you have someone in your energy that you have feelings for, but you're not exploring it because you're not completely sure about how to define the connection between you and this person. So whether it's something that's new or old, I feel like some of you are confused about whether to continue pursuing a connection because of your confusion around its purpose, I guess. But I feel like your spirit team are saying you'll know the purpose of the connection when you're in alignment with your purpose, when you're fully in alignment with your authenticity. That's when you'll understand why this connection is significant, why it's been put on your path, whether it's simply there as a way for you to be soothed and loved and to receive some form of good karma that you haven't received before. It could be a do-over, right? This could be a connection that is a do-over from a past relationship that failed. For others of you, if this is one that you're already in currently, like, depending on what you've built with this person, some of you are going to realize in this period of like focusing on yourself in isolation or taking time to prioritize your spiritual growth, I feel like you'll recognize what it is that this connection has taught you or brought to you or helped you with as well. There's just a need for more self-reflection, Power One. That's really what I'm getting. Like, you're on a real significant spiritual path. You're definitely in some form of a spiritual journey. And right now, your guides want you to feel more alive than you felt in the past. And you don't feel alive when you aren't in alignment with what your heart wants. Just point blank period. Somebody in here, you're ruled by your heart. You're a very heart space type of person. So when you're not pouring into the things that you love, or when you're not focused on those things, you're not planning for more things that make you happy, there seems to be some level of like confusion around your intuition or around what to do next. And when you're confused about what your heart wants or what you feel, you start to seek guidance from other people. When you're not sure about your feelings, you seek guidance from other people. And for some of you, the people that you're seeking guidance from, not saying that they're giving you the worst advice in the world, but it may not be in alignment with what you want for some of you. Like, you may feel like it's what you want, but maybe it's based off of what, again, your family has said is right, or what your friends view as right in their world. Like, they're like, oh, well, in my job, this is how it works, or whatever it is. Some of you could be asking advice from people. I'm sure you've heard the quote before that's like, I wouldn't want to take advice from anybody that I wouldn't want to be more like, or like that I wouldn't want to be. And the people that you'd want to be, they don't always have to be rich people, wealthy people, people who have established a lot for themselves. Sometimes the people that you admire most are the people that are happiest, are the people that are wise, the people that are more connected to spirit than others. And everybody has a connection to God, source, spirit, but there are some people that prioritize building that bond, and that's something to admire. Okay, somebody in here, you may admire that. Like, you may be somebody that really admires people that prioritize healing and their connection to spirit. And I feel like if you're someone that also would like to do that, that's something that you can do. But that's something that requires time and space. Yeah. Like the fool's journey. Like, somebody is on a whole new journey in their life. This is your story. And other people have had influence over your story, but I feel like you have to figure out what the narrative is at this point in time in your life. There's something here about the moon phases. While I'm filming this, there is a new moon in Sagittarius that's coming up on December 1st. We are filming this during 2024. This moon phase in particular, in this book, the message says, new moon, carve out the time and space to get clear on your desires and set your intentions. Write down what you want to manifest to amplify your intentions and keep track. Some of y'all need to start writing down what you want. Do you know what you want? What kind of love do you want? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of job are you aiming for? And not the type of list where you're writing down things that again are overly logical. Don't get too logical. Some of y'all really need to get into your heart space. What did you want to do as a child? What did you want to do as a child before other people told you it wasn't possible? Before you realized that other people were competing for that same role? What do you feel is important in old age? How do you feel about your health? Okay. What kind of connections do you want to have in old age? Do you want to be alone forever? Do you want to be in love? Have you found somebody to love? Even if it isn't a forever thing. For a lot of you, I am getting like you could be aiming towards committing to someone, or you're just looking for that now. Some of you are in a space where you're looking for commitment. Maybe you weren't dealing with people in the past that were as interested in something long term. I feel like a lot of you are interested in something more long term. Yes. Whether you know this or not, whether you've established this for yourself or not, I feel like a lot of you in this power are looking for longevity. And it's because there's something here about your health changing. Okay, there's something significant. I don't know if you have an ancestor. These two ancestors out here, or these old people on these cards are giving me like grandparent vibes. This could be literal parents. Some of you have a masculine on the other side and a feminine on the other side that's looking out for you. Could have three ancestors, actually, two masculines and one feminine. But I'm getting a vibe where some of you have ancestors that could have passed from health conditions or stress or different things like that. And they really are like, listen, the path that you're heading down is one where I've been. And they don't want you to keep going down that path. Okay? They don't want you to be void of emotion or burdened by your job or overly focused on other people's opinions and letting other people decide what they want your life to be, or too fearful of making certain moves, too fearful of loving others, or even committing. Maybe some of you have ancestors who didn't commit to anybody or just struggled in love. And I feel like this is something that your spirit team are telling you, like, listen, we would much rather you fix these things about yourself or figure out what makes you happy first before you hop into a commitment that isn't what you want. That is something that other people have, decided is best for you. Because your joy is important in this pile. Pile 1. Your ancestors really care about how happy you are. They also want you to know that these things are meant to unfold in divine timing. So some of you could be concerned, like, okay, well, when am I going to have this? Like, when do I want this? Like, when are these things going to appear? Or, I'm getting older now. Am I going to get this? Am I going to get that? Your spirit team are like, listen, it's not about the physical world and aging. Okay, it doesn't matter what society has told you is old or is wrong for you to pursue at a certain age, or when it's best to have certain things. Don't follow what other people are doing. Focus on yourself, because things are really unfolding at the pace of your soul's evolution. If your soul is not evolving, you're stagnant, basically. So continue to pour into yourself, continue evolving at your own rate, and don't miss out on opportunities out of pride. Again, if there's something that you want to pursue, if there's somewhere that you want to go, if there's someone you want to talk to, if you're motivated to start certain projects, things like that, do it. Do it. Do whatever is best for you. There's something here about the movie The Matrix. Somebody in here, you could have watched The Matrix recently, or you care a lot about The Matrix, or you want to break out of The Matrix. Somebody in here is in The Matrix and they need to break out of it. That's why you're depressed, because you feel like the physical world is all that we have, and it's definitely beyond the physical. Pile 1, the spiritual is very active, very much so real, and your guides are on your side to show you that. So if you believe in spiritual guidance or assistance, talk to your spirit team more and they will assist you with that. All right, Pile 1. So that's all that I have for my Pile 1s. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. If the message resonates, turn on your notification bell. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Bye-bye. Pile 2. You are the pile that chose image 2. All right, before we actually get into your pile, I'm going to name some of the numbers and signs that may be most relevant to this pile. Somebody in here could be born on the 21st. Somebody could be 21. Somebody could be born on the 6th. Or somebody could be born on the 2nd. Somebody's born on the 16th or the 14th as well in this pile. I'm also seeing March. So Pisces and Aries. Aries heavy in this pile. Scorpio heavy in this pile. Cancer and Gemini may be relevant. Taurus and Gemini, Cancer and Leo, Aquarius and Pisces. I'm also seeing heavy Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries. Okay, many different signs in this pile though, but those are the most prominent signs in the reading. I'm also going to read this oracle from the Divination of the Ancients Oracle because I feel like it's relevant to your pile. Okay, so let's see what is coming up when it comes to books. Somebody in here, you could be reading a specific book right now, or you're thinking about reading a book, writing a book. Some of you are being encouraged to journal by your ancestors. All right, but it says book, knowledge. Somebody could also be 34 or 35, or these ages will be relevant for you. It says you are absolutely spot on. Even if others claim otherwise, you are not mistaken. Stick to what you know and understand, for it is correct. It is important that you stand strong in your convictions, even if others have not woken up to the truth of the matter. Some may come around in time, and even if they don't, move forward knowing that you are right. Make sure you are well read in your chosen subject as a new and rewarding chapter in your life opens up for you. Gaining fresh information will allow you to be more discerning. Make sure you read between the lines in any given situation. Trust that which you know and follow it to the letter, for all that you have learned serves you well. The incantation of this card says, I stand my ground with what I know, for 'tis the truth and not for show. I've studied hard, I know what's right. This leads me to my path of light. Other divinatory meanings of this card says, keep what you know to yourself for the moment. Your knowledge in this matter will take you far. You know more than those who oppose you on this. Share your passion for knowledge with others. Read more esoterically themed books. All right, so pile 2. What do your spirit team want you to know right now? It's funny because I was picking up on a career related energy in pile 1, a mixture of career and love, and I feel like that's still relevant in this pile as well. But for a lot of you in this pile, this is about your career for real. Okay, some of you in this pile are definitely meant to be authors, writers, bloggers, different things like that, journalists, speakers, stuff related to speaking, writing. Could even be singers, poets, not poets, poets, singers, just authors in general. I feel like a lot of you have a strong writing ability in this pile. You have the impact that a lot of people need at the moment, or you would be able to impact a lot of people in the future. But like, you could literally be working on a project right now related to writing. If not, I'm getting like your spirit team are encouraging you to work on something related to writing. But for a lot of you, I see you already doing this. Pal 2, some of you are writing a book, an ebook, writing a manual, writing a cookbook, writing I don't know, you could literally just be writing in your journal. But or writing for school, because some of you could be in school. I'm getting something here about research. You could be doing your research on something, something related to travel, something related to world news, the government. I don't know. I'm just getting a strong vibe that some of you are learning something or writing down something that is of importance. This is what your spirit team wants you to know. Some of you have already done this. Some of you have already done some major things in regards to shifting yourself into the timeline that you want, or receiving the success that you need. Like, I do feel like your spirit team really is wanting you to give yourself a pat on the back, or, you know, to celebrate yourself somehow. They want you to celebrate what it is that you've already accomplished, because you've done a lot, pile 2. But I'm getting a strong vibe here that amidst all the things that you've accomplished, there is something that you're being encouraged to take a chance on, or to make a move to start. But there's a lot of anxiety here in regards to starting it. Some of you have a lot of anxiety in this pile 2. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know whether you're worried about your health. I don't know whether you're worried about your love life. I don't know whether you're worried about your I'm getting something about kids. Like, somebody in here could be worried that they're not going to have kids, or just worried about their kids in general. But your spirit team are trying to let you know, or they want you to recognize how your intellect, how your life experiences, your intellect, the wisdom that you've gained is meant to help you build some sort of legacy for yourself. All right. A legacy that you'll love to create. Some of you could even be mediums in this pile. I'm getting somebody is very connected to their guides. But like I said, I feel like the things that you've been through, I don't know whether it's because you've been through a lot and this is why you're panicked about the future. I don't know whether you just anticipate some form of negativity, again, because of your life experiences. This could even be in your relationships. Some of you have been through trauma and different things within your relationships, and I don't take those things lightly, but I feel like it definitely is impacting or affecting how you view your future when it comes to what you want to pursue. But your spirit team are saying, stop worrying about the negative things and start focusing on the positive. Like that book said, that oracle about the book, they're letting you know that you actually have the answers in regards to what you want to do. So again, similar to another pile, I'm picking up on the fact that you are more equipped with the wisdom than you assume you have. Does that make sense? Some of you are more equipped with the tools and things that you need to move forward than you think. Now I do feel like there is a need to do some shadow work here, or for you to focus more on expanding your consciousness. Could even need to focus more on connecting with your ancestors if you're someone that isn't very active with your ancestors, or if you've been slipping on, you know, making offerings, praying to them, acknowledging them. Even I'm getting the vibe that your spirit team are saying, like, acknowledge us. They want to help you out. They want to look out for you. Some of you have a lot of feminines on the other side. Others of you, I am getting like a father figure or a grandfather or something like that, but I'm getting a lot of feminine energy, ancestors on another side. Could be, I'm saying on another side. Some of you could be on another side of your family. Maybe there's one part of your family that you connect with and the other side you're not as connected to. Some of you have ancestors and spirit guides that you don't know of that are assisting you. So this isn't everybody that you know. Somebody in here, you may have certain people that you're looking into that you know, but not everybody that you connect with or everybody that's looking out for you is an ancestor that you actually know of. So I'm getting a vibe here where your guides are saying, even if you don't know who we are, still show appreciation for their assistance, because they are assisting you. They're assisting you in some sort of transition that you're currently going through in regards to your career or just your life in general. And I'm not going to lie, like I said before, I was picking up on the fact that a lot of you are going to write about or utilize what it is that you've been through as fuel or motivation behind what you write about, right? So if you went through a bad relationship, you could be writing about a bad relationship you were in. If you had some sort of familial trauma, you may be addressing your familial trauma. If some of you have had issues when it comes to friendships and things like that, you may be talking about these things within your writing, dating, whatever it is. You're talking about real life experiences. Somebody in here, you're meant to talk about real life. You're meant to, I'm hearing expose. So I don't know if you're meant to expose certain people or what's going on, but I'm getting a strong vibe here where it's like you are meant to, if not expose certain people, you're meant to expose certain issues within society or within whatever group of people you associate yourself with. That is meant to help other people transform and change. Now, the problem here, though, is that a lot of you are having issues with recognizing the benefits of these endings, or recognizing like how it will benefit you to keep moving forward and basically transforming into the version of yourself you're supposed to be. Some of you self-sabotage in this pile. I feel like some of you tend to avoid the truth of certain situations or avoid the work that needs to be done. Could even potentially be avoiding the endings that need to take place in order for you to write these things. But instead of you actually allowing things to end or allowing people to grieve you, because there's people who are upset with you right now or who are grieving you, pile too. I feel like this is significant. I don't know whether you've recently broke up with someone or if you have old friends. Again, this is around the time that Mercury retrograde is going on. So some people could be reflecting on you right now. They're wondering what's going on with you. They're trying to figure out if they can come back into your life. They're trying to figure out if, and not everybody who wants to come back is a horrible person, but I am getting the vibe that some of you, like let's say there's estranged family members that you're no longer around. These people could be grieving you, but why did you leave them? Right? What was the purpose of separating yourself? If it was significant enough to write about, this is why. I'm getting some of y'all been separated so you can write about these things, or so you can express yourself, or so you can explore this side of yourself. Because a lot of you have had some sort of pent up emotions, could even be fear. Some of you have fears around fully expressing what it is that you've experienced, because you could still be in contact with certain people, or there's just this vibe here of feeling isolated, not wanting to be isolated, not wanting to potentially miss out on other opportunities because you're taking this path. But I feel like your spirit team are letting you know, like, if you separated yourself, some of you have separated yourself from family, or this is something that you're being encouraged to do. Not all of your family, but again, this could be family, this could be a past relationship, this could be a friend group, this could be a job. Some of you are going to release yourself from something, or you have released yourself from something, and now the path that you're on is one where you are documenting or writing about what you've been through in the process, and this is going to help you move forward. I even feel like too, you being authentic about what you've been through and again, purging and processing these feelings through writing is really going to help you make space for love. If you aren't currently in a relationship, or if you are like struggling with figuring out who to be with or whether you should pursue love or not, I do feel like it's because there's some shadow work that needs to be done around your heart space or around your perception of love. But I feel like once that is done, then you're going to be able to take action on whoever it is you feel connected to, or whatever it is you feel like you want to pursue. Even if the person that you want is not currently around you, I'm getting like some of you are going to align with someone that you're meant to be with. Some of you are already around this person, the person that you're meant to be with, and it's only a matter of time until you actually fully give to this person. This could be a long time coming as well. I'm seeing the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So some of you, there's somebody, like, I'm getting like there's some sort of emotional connection you have with someone that you're supposed to be with, but maybe you're not currently in it or pursuing it because you're not fully in alignment with your emotions. You're not fully in alignment with your emotions. You could be more focused on the material world, or you're just needing this time to process what you've been through in the past so you can ascend from that and also help people ascend from that. So this is what I feel like your spirit team want you to know, or want to talk about with you, or want you to talk to them about. Some of you need to talk to your spirit team more. Butterflies may be significant in this pile. Getting a lot of nature energy in this pile, so some of you may need to go outside a bit more to connect with your ancestors. But yeah, I'm picking up on a lot of energy here of like you needing to just document or process what you're going through. Whatever projects you're working on, they will be successful. Don't worry about how other people are viewing them. Don't worry about what other people want from you or of you. Don't be fearful of not having what you want as well. When it comes down to building a legacy for yourself or a family or whatever it is, even you pursuing something that seems a bit unconventional is still something that is there's potential here to grow. Basically, I'm getting you have more potential to grow than you know. Okay. And maybe some of you aren't going to be writers. Even if you're not going to be writers, you need to do your research on something, or some of you need to read a bit more, or some of you need to journal. Somebody in here needs to write down their feelings, because there seems to be a lot to process. Yeah, there seems to be a lot to process. And for some of you, like I said, the people that are grieving you could be like estranged family members. I don't feel like it's all just like exes and things. I feel like some of you have people from your past that are upset that you're changing, that are upset that you're going down this new path, that are upset that you are possibly going to expose them through whatever it is you're writing about or talking about. But I feel like this is a part of your destiny. That's what it looks like in the cards, at least. All right. And your spirit team are backing you. The people who have passed away are backing you on the other side. So, I mean, somebody in here could even be a reader. I'm getting somebody in here. You could be a reader. And maybe you're putting out content that is highlighting other people's shadows along with your own, but I'm getting like it could be really exposing some people for how they've treated you or what they've done in the past. And this is meant to help everybody involved. So, whether you're into astrology or you're into tarot or you're into some form of, psychoanalyzing, like you could be a narcissistic abuse coach, or some of you are talking about familial dynamics. There's something here about you processing your own trauma and then teaching people through that. Whatever you're teaching people, it definitely is helping the planet. It's also helping the people who need it. Even the people who are upset with you, I feel like these people are growing through whatever it is that you're sharing. So don't stop sharing it. Don't stop sharing it. Keep connecting with your guides. Make sure you let them know that you need this protection and that they're helping you with it. Because some of you definitely have people around you that are shady or who have been shady in the past. And maybe these are the people that you've decided that you want to move away from so you can focus on your healing, or these are the people that you are, I guess, exposing, but you're protected either way when it comes to your transformation. All right. Some of you could even have messy past. I feel like you having the courage to express these things or talk about what you've been through, or to expose yourself is of benefit to everyone. Okay, because it's helping people grow, and it looks like it's solidifying some sort of legacy for you. So keep doing it, pile 2. That's all that I have for my pile 2s. I hope that made sense. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if it did. Turn on your notification bell. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Channel songs are in the description box. Talk to you guys later. Hi, pile 3. Last but not least, you are the pile that chose. Hold on. Okay, I had to check to make sure. I had to check to make sure my mic my mic was on, which is crazy because I already filmed the other pile. So why would I just check it now? Somebody procrastinate. Somebody in this pile, you could be procrastinating. I'm getting a strong vibe that somebody could be a procrastinator in here, but we're gonna see how that plays out in this pile because I don't feel like this is the we're going to see how it plays out in the pile. Some of you, numbers that could be relevant for my pile: 3s, 24, 37, 10, 4, or 23. Could be ages, dates, things like that. Somebody could also be a Gemini or a Cancer, a Scorpio or a Libra, an Aries or a Taurus, Taurus or a Gemini, Scorpio and Libra. Again, I'd also say Capricorn and Aquarius. The signs that are heaviest out here, we have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo. Yeah, and the signs that I named before that. Oh, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. Okay. Before we actually get into the tarot, I want to read this oracle from my divination of the Ancients Oracle deck, because this is the overall theme of your pile or your message from your ancestors. Somebody in here, you could be born in 1992 or 1993. Somebody that you're dealing with could be born during those times. But it says runes, perception. It is important to see things a little differently right now. Imagine yourself in the place of those who appear to be confronting you, your words or your actions. Perhaps rather than taking this as a sign of their displeasure or dislike of what you are doing, see their words as an opportunity to improve the situation by being more open-minded. Perhaps their actions will actually provide you with an even stronger, more robust idea about how to proceed. The runes are a reminder, that in one single the runes are a reminder that in one single toss, you can choose a very different outcome. Those that seem to be your enemies can often those that can seem those those that seem to be your enemies can often deliver the most useful lessons in life. Okay. It says the incantation of this card: how I perceived caused me to fall, and so the writing is on the wall. Okay, somebody likes Michael Jackson. Lessons in all I shall embrace, and see the good in all I face. Other divinatory meanings of this card: it says, don't be so quick to judge. See the situation from all angles. There's a lesson to be learned. Understand someone else's point of view. You are acting unreasonably. Study runes for spiritual growth and understanding. Somebody in here could be getting into runes, all right? Or you would benefit from learning about them. Okay. Funny message. Somebody in here could be into music as well. You could be a musician. Somebody is a musician you're dealing with, or music is significant here. The music that you listen to. Okay. Pile 3. You could have chosen another pile, but I feel like if you didn't choose another pile, right? If this is just the pile that you're supposed to be looking into, some of you, your spirit team in particular, are wanting you to recognize how much control you have over your current situation. All right. Now, again, like I said, I brought this up in another pile, but I'm kind of getting this vibe where some of you are perceiving someone's efforts towards you or a connection that you have in your environment as a negative thing. I don't know whether this is someone that you're not taking seriously. I don't know whether this is a friend, family member. There's somebody in your life that wants to support you. Okay? You could be thinking about this person right now. Some of y'all been thinking about this person. I'm getting the vibe of you thinking about someone but avoiding them, or thinking about someone but ignoring them. And I don't feel like it's completely wrong, because some of you are definitely trying to balance out your own energies. You're focused on both your masculine and feminine side. You have goals that you're accomplishing. You're in a really good spot. I don't see you being in a horrible spot. Some of you are enjoying all the things that you're pursuing in your career, or the things that you want to expand on in your career. But different from the other piles, this pile is different from the other piles in the previous reading, or in this reading, but the previous piles. Please please forgive me for Mercury retrograde too. I feel like I'm confusing myself. But different from the previous piles, I feel like the message in this pile has a lot to do with love. And the other piles had stuff to do with love too, but this pile in particular has to do with the fact that some of you want love. All right. Like, some of you desire a companion, would like to have more human interaction, would like to connect with more people. But you put work above everybody else. And I feel like your spirit team has really been trying to get you some insight. Now, I don't know whether you have a spirit guide on the other side that's speaking to you directly. Like, some of you could have some sort of intuitive abilities where you're connecting with your guides directly. But others of you, there are people that are speaking through, there are ancestors that are speaking through other people. Okay. And they're trying to give you insight. Could even be me. Could even be me right now. Some of y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm getting the message here that your spirit team want you to know that they want you to listen to what they're saying. And for a lot of you, what they're saying is you need to stop avoiding what you want. Okay? Or stop seeing the bad in things that are actually good for you. Things that you may have even asked for. Somebody in here, you have an infinity tattoo, or like there's something here about infinity symbols. All right. Or it's something about infinity signs. Somebody has an infinity sign on their body somewhere. Or like something about sacred geometry. If not a tattoo, there's something about sacred geometry that's significant. Yeah, like somebody has a sleeve. Not everybody, but I'm getting something here about tattoos. Maybe you want a tattoo. Maybe some of y'all want tattoos. Maybe some of y'all want to like dye your hair something cool, or you want to get into music, or you want to start up a new project. Like, I'm okay. I'm not saying that your career is an issue, because some of you, your career is definitely a very healthy outlet for your emotional responses. However, there are blessings that the universe has been trying to give you that you could be ignoring right now. One of them being love, friendship, some level of, could be business partners, things like that. There are people that are in your life that want to assist you in your elevation, that want to provide some level of healing for you, because some of you have definitely been through it. All right, some of y'all have definitely been through it in the past. And don't get me wrong, I'm getting that this is why you're closed off. This is why you're not open to the people around you, or this is why you're viewing certain things as not as important. Even if you're not currently doing music, some of y'all want to do music. Some of you want to pursue something artistic. Some of you want to be a tattoo artist. Some of you want to, you're going through all these different things. You want to be a writer. You want to be a psychic, or, can't really want to be a psychic. Some of y'all are psychics, right? Some of y'all are psychics and you're doing this, or I don't know. Some of you are just looking at all the things that you could be doing in your life right now. And I'm not getting that that's wrong. That's actually a good thing. But I also feel like you need to honor how you want to feel. And some of y'all want to feel loved. Some of you want to feel like you're being supported. Some of you want to feel like you are worthy of these things. And even though I do feel like you found some level of solace within yourself, I feel like you're not going after the things that you want as hard as you should. Or you're pushing away the things that you want because you feel like you can do it on your own, or you feel like you are better off alone. And I don't feel like that's the truth. Pile 3. I actually feel like some of you, I do feel like some of you do need to spend some time focusing on yourself and your goals. That's just healthy for anybody. But for a lot of you, I feel like your guides are wanting you to recognize the give and take in your relationships, or the connections where people want to give to you. If people are giving to you, are you giving back to them? You know, are you treating them like they're an issue, or are you acting like they're crazy, or, you know, are you making it seem like these people aren't important? Like, because there could be somebody in your life that really wants to connect with you, or be in your life. I don't know if they want to be in your life temporarily. Some of you, they could be temporary and you're focused on the long term, and this is why you don't want to connect with this person. You're like, oh, this person's not permanent. But who's to say? Who's to say that this person isn't permanent? Is it because they're so carefree? Is it because they're so fun? Is it because you don't feel like this person is, I don't know. Some of you are judging someone. That's really what I'm getting. Somebody in here, you're judging someone in your energy. Okay. I'm getting specifically a water sign or a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you are judging this person. Why? Some of you may feel like this person's immature. Or you feel like, I don't know, either this person's an intuitive or you are an intuitive and you're judging this person. Some of you may, okay, this is for someone specific in here. Somebody could be running from someone that sees them, like really is able to see them, read them. Okay. Maybe right now you don't want to be read. Maybe right now you don't want to be seen. Even though you are a high priest as well, or a high priestess as well. Some of you are reading other people, but you don't want to be read. You don't want to be seen. But some of you asked for this. Somebody in here has been praying for an equal, or have been praying to like no longer receive the heartbreak that they've experienced in the past, or want more solid friendships, or want to feel more supported. Some of y'all have been asking for this and you've received this. Maybe even wanted more motivated friends. You wanted more people in a field of work that you were in. You wanted more people that honored how you wanted to feel rather than how you felt in the past. And for some reason, I feel like some of you have pushed these people away, or you've allowed your anxiety to get the best of you. And that's not good, pile 3. Again, I'm not shaming you for what you've done or trying to make you feel bad, but I feel like your spirit team, because I feel like there's still room for growth. Some of you, this person, whoever I'm talking about, this is somebody that still is reaching out to you or plans on reaching out to you, or this is someone that wants to give to you, wants to show you love. Maybe they've made an effort in the past, or they've told you that they want to show you love, and you're being told to embrace that. You're being told to embrace that. Because I don't feel like this person is a bad person. I just feel like you've been through some bad things. And it has distorted your vision a bit. For some of you, it's made you confused about what you actually want. Like you've had so many different experiences in regards to love or relationships that you're now in a spot where you're not completely sure about whether you want it at all or whether you want it, but you do want to connect to others. I feel like if you're trying to figure out whether people are long-term or are going to be long-term or are worthy of you, your guides are saying you're going to have to invest. You're going to have to try to invest. You're not going to have a permanent answer immediately. You're going to have to walk by faith, not by sight. There's a need to believe that this old cycle of your life is coming to a close and that new opportunities are coming in. And it's funny because you got this abundance card out here and it says, I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Like I said, some of you, the card said you are acting unreasonably because a lot of you are manifesting what you want. You have always had the capacity to manifest what you want, but once it arrives, you're pushing it away. You're pushing it away, or you're assuming that it's not good for you, or you are, you're settling for things that you don't actually want. All right. Or you're in a space where you're avoiding what you want. So it's kind of counterproductive. It's time for you to receive. It's also time for you to reciprocate, but I'm getting it's time for you to receive. Pile 3. Your spirit team are trying to give you an opportunity to feel something. I'm hearing money make me feel good, but damn, she make me feel good. I think that's Future. I don't know what song that is. Future's not the best example, but somebody in here, you could be acting like Future right now. Okay? Like acting like you don't need anybody, you don't have no feelings, you know. And it's funny because Future recently dropped a song with him featuring Coco Jones, I think. I can't fully remember it, but he's basically like talking about how he's no longer the same man and he's changed and all these different things and he don't want to be that way anymore. And I feel like some of you could even be in that space, or that's where you're moving into. Like some of you have changed. But for some reason, you're still clinging to an old version of yourself or an old version of your reality where you've had to operate from like a space of fear or survival mode. You don't have to be in that space anymore. That's not your reality. So it's time for you to start opening up to people, or it's time for you to start embracing what's coming in. I mean, use your discernment still, but recognize the fact that you've manifested what you've wanted. So pay attention to what you choose to focus on. Pile 3. Because if you're focused on negativity, that might be what you're manifesting. Some of you guys are afraid of being abandoned by someone and you're manifesting abandonment, right? You're pushing people away to the point where they don't want to be around you or whatever it is. So there's a need for you to kind of figure out exactly what you want and then to honor those feelings by giving and receiving to those things. It's just as simple as that. And if there's projects that you want to start, it's time to start them. Some of you have people around you that want to work with you or collaborate with you. It's time. It's time. Work with these people. Share your gifts. Focus on the good in everybody. You know, show people love. Show people love. And they'll show you it back. I'm also getting be authentic in love. Don't hide yourself. Don't act like you're not as, kind as you are. Just be yourself. You've gained a level of authority over yourself to the point where others can't really sway you. So you've mastered that part of yourself. You're in a good spot right now. You're in a spot where other people can't sway you off your path if you really know where you want to go. But the problem is that your stubborn nature, and you have a spirit guide that's really wanting you to know this, your stubborn nature is a blessing and a curse. Because for some of you, it's keeping you in a spot where you have manifested new opportunities, but you're not going after them or you're not embracing them because you're too stubborn to move or to receive them. Or again, like it's a difference between pursuing and receiving. Some of you are gaining opportunities that are coming your way. You're not receptive to them. Others of you see opportunities you want to go after. You're not going after them. So again, you need to find a balance between your masculine and feminine energies, because I feel like either side is a little imbalanced. But like I said, some of you have manifested opportunities that you're not receiving. Others of you, you're manifesting opportunities that you don't want. And it's like confirmation bias. But these are manifestations as a result of your own negative thinking. So you need to work on that. No shade though. You need to work on it. We all need to work on it, right? That's all that I got for my pile 3s. I hope that made sense, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this message. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bells. Check the description box down below to book a personal reading. Book a personal reading if you need further guidance. Yes, channel songs are down below. Did I say that? I hope I did. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.